This is Gold Morn Amber Dawn, and I'm going to do a journal collection video. Number one is here, but it was originally an exercise book for school, and I typed it out. And I think when I did that, I edited out some things. But other than that, this is just a pan of the journals in chronological order. And this one is a photo book I made. And this would be the last journal I made. Then there's a blank here, which I usually keep the blanks somewhere else. But this is, my current journal is in the other room. So, this one was number 35. So I'm on journal number 36. And I will go through the collection with you. Not a flip through of every single one, but we'll take a look, which should be interesting. By the way, I've enjoyed watching the numerous journal collection videos on YouTube, and you guys have inspired me to get up some courage and go down memory lane. I tend not to, but you guys are pretty special, so I'm willing to give this a try. Here goes. So this is diary number 1. Oh, there we go. Friday, October 13th, 1989 to October 6th, 1990. It started out as an exercise book, but I think I was embarrassed when I reread it. All of my diaries and journals would embarrass me, but I typed it up on a dot matrix and on... Oh gosh, I hope you didn't see any of that stuff. You know, oh my god, so-and-so is being the biggest jerk ever. I just added this person on Facebook recently. Huh. Cats are purring in the background, by the way. They have some really weird purrs. But yeah, this was 1989, and it was grade 6. And it is an assignment from my teacher, Mr. Preble, who is retiring, and he was just like, you guys write in a diary every day and hand it in. And I just took mine home. And from then on, it was my outlet. So, that's number 1. Number 2, I was given from my mom. I had the lock. I think my mom, maybe my stepmom. Oh, it was a Christmas gift, so I think it was my dad. Probably my dad and my stepmom. I'm not sure. First entry, December 25th, 1990 to April 28th, 92. And this is where I'm like, I love so-and-so and whatnot. And, you know, the endless crushes that would never... Also, I was really religious. When I got turned down for grad. But it's like this, you know, it's all over the place. I mentioned shows. I also started writing a short story in the back. Not a short story, but a story. I also wrote about my feelings and thoughts about, when I had to move back between parents and how heartbroken I was, and blah, blah, blah. But I also did an assessment of everyone in my class. Watch out, 1992 teachers. No, students. Yeah, I pretty much wrote about everybody. Like I was reporting what they were. Nice guy sometimes. Yeah, I yeah, I think that's really cool that I did that. I wish I'd done that more often, actually. They were certainly judging me. Diary 3. This is one of 2 diary/journals that I kept in my entire years of keeping a journal since I was 10, 11. I'm turning 37 this year. That I never finished. Usually I fill all the pages. There are blank pages. That's because, oh, this is April 28th, 1992 to May 5th, 92. Traumatic. So, it was just, I didn't finish. I don't like to read this one especially because I don't like how religion was like, never mind. That's not what this is about. It's just, I'm really, this is hard, to do, going back. No wonder people burn their journals and diaries, but I didn't. Diary 4 is in this format. First entry, July 24th, 92. My birthday is July 25th. To August 17th, 92. And it starts with like a nightmare dream. There's a lot of stuff. It's funny how, you write about people you knew. Like, and then you're looking at this and you're like, I have no idea who that person was. But apparently they were the bestest friend ever. Or you read about people that now you know are just not at all. Look how neat I was being there. I was being so neat. That's one thing. I used to write much neater. And I was much more detailed and descriptive in my writings back then. I'm not as good at paper journaling anymore. Some of this is good. I was signing it as Amy, A-M-M-I-E. Amy. Anyway. Yeah. So there's that. And again with the exercise book. This one, October 31st, 92 to November 14th, 92. Diary number 5. It's one of those ones, remember in school where you like had the blank space? I did not doodle or draw. And then here, dear journal. I gave an outline of events and I wrote and I had all this stuff that crushes and crushes and crushes. Wow. All this stuff. Oh, I did do one doodle. That's probably better than I could do now. Some of these names I'm like, oh my god. I bet you they're on Facebook. I should add them on Facebook. But no. I've added people that I probably shouldn't anyway. I shouldn't bother them or they probably don't care. But they're probably like, who is this person? But my journals would remember them. Because I'm seeing these names, I'm like, huh. It's really neat that a couple of these people, well, a few of these people are in my life still. Like, not a lot, but this is awkward. And next journals. That's right. My mom got me this. Diary number 6. This diary belongs to... First entry, Tuesday, February 23rd, 1993. To Sunday, May 28th, 95. Look at that. Well, and highlighters. Gotta use highlighters. Oh! I wrote about meeting the mayor of St. Thomas, Mr. Stephen Peters. He told me to call him Steve because I asked him to call me Amber. He is a friend on Facebook now. Friend. Yeah, never talked to him, but that's pretty cool because he ended up being, you know, he ended up moving up in the world with the whole Canadian Parliament thing and whatnot. some of these people, I'm like, where are they? Where are they now? So I was really into church, okay? And then, April 22nd, 93, I moved away from my hometown. And then I met somebody who became a best friend for a very long time. He's no longer my friend. So this is where it's difficult to have all these. And then my first... June 93, my first death of a schoolmate. And not long after that, in this same journal, I lost another one. Somebody who had been one of my best friend pals in childhood. So, yeah. Then all these guys, people I liked. But I wrote a lot more about family and, all this sort of stuff. I was really awkward and I didn't have a great, yeah, whatever. But I always had these really great moments with some people that made me so happy. I bummed out in 95 because I was looking through some old letters from old friends. I miss these people terribly, and it hurts that they're no longer in my life. I hope they still think of me. One of those people is on my Facebook friends list, and the other one I'm like, oh, I remember her, she's so awesome. I wonder if she's on Facebook. And I was frustrated with my one friend. Years later, we would both figure out why. It's tough learning to get to know yourself, you know. It's tough to. Yeah, I think, despite writing, you know, it took me a long time to get to know myself. In different ways. Diary 7, Diary 8. Okay. So, obviously many of these were bought for me. And this one, May 30th. Tuesday, May 30th, 95 to July 21st, 1995. Wow, another diary! I've been keeping a diary journal for quite a while now. Ever since 1989. Not bad. Stuff about boys. Boys never picked me. I didn't know how good I had it. And then I'm mentioning people from the school I went to, the high school I went to for a few years. Yeah. I don't really have contacts with those people. Oh, my tummy just grumbled. Sorry about that. But I'm mentioning Trisha and her birthday. I shouldn't mention her name, but she's on my Facebook. I don't have my friends visible, but it's neat. I wonder if they remember. Look at that, me with crazed markers. I'm writing with... Then he told me his real age. Oh, we just skipped a major life event that happened in this journal. I can't believe it. Okay. June 24th, 1995. Okay, well, June 22nd, 95, the factory called. They're giving me an interview. They're giving me a job. And thus began my journey as a factory worker for about 11 years. And thus ended, you know, and different things happened. Different things happened here. Family, friends, first kiss boyfriend. I had boyfriends previous, but first kiss boyfriend. I'm friends with the girl who took him away from me. She and I are Skype. We're good friends. We were roommates, actually. They were room with me for a bit. Back when, you know, we were young. She now lives in Morocco. And I live back in my hometown. But I've lived in Toronto and I've traveled the world. Not the world, but I've been, you know, to Italy and I've been to Europe. Oh, I ended this one with, like, the worst poem ever. I'm so sorry. I will not read it to you. because it was inspired by that guy and then capturing moonlit sky. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, I not dated him anymore. July 22nd, 95. Diary number 8. To Saturday, October 28th, 1995. I'm still religious. So it's lovely. There's Bible quotes at the bottom of each page. It's really lovely. And I was writing really nicely. Yeah. And I've got some, in various ones I've got, taped receipts or tickets or letters or, different things. But I wrote with all sorts of different things, and are the answers inside me? Oh, the heck with it. I'm going back to bed. Anyway, moving on. One day I might do flip-throughs of these, but it's just, please don't make me go through this stuff right now. So this one I associate with more coming of age, especially Friday, November 3rd, 1995 to May 9th, 96. I had my own apartment at 17 because I was working at the factory. Yet another journey has begun. As each day passes, I hope to become more and more true to myself. I know that I must learn to seize the day, carpe diem, and take advantage of the opportunities when they come. But I must be wise with the choices I'll make. I'll make mistakes. Lord knows I've made enough already, but at least I'll have tried. You don't know mistakes yet, girlfriend. I want to tell myself. I wrote really pretty, and I wrote so in-depth conversations and feelings and thoughts and anything and everything that was going on. When I went to Toronto on my own, or one of the times, yeah, and then, look at that, look at this stuff, these old TTC passes. And I'd taken a bus from London, Ontario to Toronto, Ontario. Returned $50.83. Huh. Oh, and I was still like, whoever I liked and blah, blah, blah and whatnot. I was quite detailed. Which one day I might appreciate. See, that was the factory I worked at. I'm not going to talk about it too much because this was a drawing the boyfriend had given me. He sucked at drawing too. Ha! Take that! Yeah, I don't know, but it's gonna make me sad to see stuff from. I was here, but I feel like so I went home to sleep. I don't want you to get sick too, but I was here. With love, he had signed on that note. Cheating on me. Cheated on me. But that was sweet they had written a note with love. And then some people I remember. Yeah, you know what? This stuff happens. This stuff happens. Life happens. I have a Burger King receipt in here. Oh, by a movie stamp date. Pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. Neighbor from so-and-so. She goes, oh my. Gossiping about him because he's my ex by the end of this. Oh well, whatever. We'll just skip along past that, and then starts the layoffs from work, and my injury is a part, and then I'm trying to find work, and blah, blah, blah. Ended up back at work, but let's not go into that. Sorry, guys. Feelings. Again, another religious one. Did I do this in the wrong order? Because I somehow thought, no, 9, 10. Apparently I'm still going to use them. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. It's not that I don't love scripture passages still. I'm just not, it's not my bag anymore. First entry, Friday, May 10th, 96. To Sunday, August 18th, 96. Look how neat that writing is compared to what I would do now. We are about to embark on another journal journey. I'm still not entirely sure why I keep a journal. I suppose it doesn't really matter. So, it's going to take forever. There's just so much, like, this letters and life, and I wrote so much. I even wrote thoughts at work when I had some time on one of our bin tags. Like, when I thought about somebody. He's creepy. And then I usually would end my journals with like thoughts summing up. Now this is one from like, this is one that lasted a long time. This is when the mydeardiary.com I started online, and because when I got a computer and I got a live journal, and I journaled a lot more. But this, actually, really nice. Held up really well. This is journal number 11. I made a note. Also includes folder with printed internet diary entries. They're over there, and I'm not taking them out. They don't matter. And a box of letters to Guy. 98 to 99. Guy is my first long-term relationship, long-distance relationship, sex, mess with my head, years and years, and blah, blah, blah. 15 years older than me, American, blah, blah, blah. American, not in a bad way, but as in I'm Canadian, he's American, so it was like really long distance. Anyway, first entry, Wednesday, August 21st, 1996 to Monday, May 29th, 2000. So, I wonder how long this layoff will last. I should have been grateful for the layoffs. It was so hard on me when the work thing. I've been feeling sick. Okay, so I write about everything pretty much. And I can't even tell you. Oh, Sleepers. When I saw Sleepers, that movie Sleepers at the theater. Some of the stuff doesn't even look like actual. And I even journaled. That's like, I had some good best friends though, and I still have a couple of them, but that were so long into my life. I'm grateful anyway. I was taking notes from Princess Di. Princess Diane passed. 36 years old forever. Oh my gosh, she was 36. I'm 36 right now. I thought she was older, but I was taking notes while the news was, you know. I think I was home for every freaking major traumatic event. Any sane person would have left long ago, but I cannot. I have my sons. Press. Oh. I think it's really. See, I wrote this stuff. Meanwhile, in my journals now, am I writing that Prince had, you know, they've had a princess, and they named her after, they named her Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, right? Right? Like after Prince Charles, the father. I mean, like the dad of the baby. Elizabeth after the Queen, and they honored the mother. That's something I would have noted if I was still writing like this. Oh, my friend Jeremy stuck up for me. Jeremy said to him, "You hurt Amber and I'll kill you." And then tickets and stuff. Oh, yeah. See this. This is all that remains because I did one of those burning. I burnt the letters of my first love guy, and I felt it would be good, but a few pictures slipped past, and just a few, and then from my first apartment, but maybe I'm grateful because I do feel sad that I didn't keep the letters now that I don't feel any emotional crap about it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I like keeping all this stuff. And then my life becomes oh no, this is the one where I think a friend of mine passed away. The second friend passed away. I don't know. Anyway, notes abound. And oh, 2000, I'm talking definitely about my skin condition that developed from the work. I don't know what the implications, blah, blah, blah. Then there is the condition, how it will continue to affect me, and all this stuff. 2000, year 2000, my claim was settled finally after so many appeals in like 2013. That's why I don't want to talk too much about all that stuff, because then this is, I used to make a lot of audio posts, and when I had this particular best friend, she was really awesome, and she made a CD of my voice posts, so you can hear some of my worst years as far as mentally. It got really scary. So that was Journal 11. I think I'm over the religion thing now, but that's okay. Journal 12. I really liked this one. It was so pretty, like with the postage stuff, you know? And it's May 29th, 2000 to July 22nd, 2000. And I'm just writing the heck out of, you know, pasted in stuff. Oh, there's a bookmark. I just, just going on and on with this stuff. Oh, cat scratch. It was just so much writing. Yeah, that was neat. Journal 13, July 22nd, 2000 to January 30th, 2001. I continued to print. Printing just was much neater for me to write. And, oh, I do have a sample of my ex's handwriting. It was beautiful. That's why I was kind of like, oh, now, years later, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of all the letters, because he wrote beautifully. He had excellent penmanship. Isn't his handwriting lovely, is what I write there. I think that to this day. I think he did very lovely penmanship of the men I have dated in my life that I have seen. There's a bookmark in this one too. But it's all me writing thoughts. Life. Back to work, back and forth. This is where things get really scary. The relationship and work was all unhealthy. This is supposed to be a dream journal, but it's so beautiful, and I don't keep separate journals for dreams. I write them within my journals or type online. But isn't this... Oh, there's a GeoCities link in here. Monday, March 26, 2001 to Friday, March 8th, 2002. And again, I used to be a lot more pasty. Well, I look pasty, but you know what I mean. Writing, gluing in stuff. Horrible letter from my mother. Yeah, stuff we just don't want to see. Look, I had a job. That's one of my tags. See, the bins would go to, we did brake lines, and the bins would go to the factory, and then the bins would come back. They're reusable, and sometimes you'd see your own tag that you'd done if you had been on the bender and like operating the bender and put the tag on, and then you end up getting it back. Oh my gosh, those were the eyes of my first love. Maybe I'm glad I don't do stuff like that anymore. Notes from the strike vote meeting. And, yeah. And then, I tried to do something. Skin and occupational related effects. SOAR. I was going to make this thing to discuss ways of dealing with the side effects of irritated skin disorders. For examples, anxiety, depression, and lost time due to skin outbreaks. To have a support group of people to relate to and create an environment where there's more understanding and less intolerance toward affected workers. I wrote this stuff. Nobody, and then I have quotes about it and everything about it. And I even shared stuff about the material safety data sheets showing the health effects. And I have down there, you're not the only one, and contact me. And nobody ever did, and nobody cared. But I was way ahead of my time. Now online, like, I went through everything alone with my compensation claim. And everything I lost. And nobody, I also had some, I guess you call it bullying. Bullying is such a word used. Please, anyway, I went through hell. Nobody, slam, you know, but now there are more support groups online, and now it's been so long that some people from that place have a different perspective, but I really liked this one. But it was during a hard time. Work and relationship. But it's one of the prettiest journals. Wednesday, March 20th, 2002 to October 3rd, 2002. I love the way I wrote. No. I just liked the pages, I think. I didn't really care about the way I wrote. We're in the middle of a fight. Bus traveling. I went across the states to, like, Florida, Texas, Florida, wherever he was living at the time. When that year he wasn't living with me. And, look how tiny I was writing. I did that in a lot of journals, actually. And I wrote, so-and-so has denied my claim. Blah, blah, blah. When I spoke to a committee person, so-and-so, about what being needed, he said nothing was said about a form, but want something that says I am totally disabled, and I remember they denied the claim for reasons stated at the beginning of the other entry. A worker who inflates what she's realistically capable of handling at the present time for fear of letting the company down may sabotage the relationship. I think I've sabotaged more than that, including the doctor-patient relationship when I would say I was ready, wanted to return to work, and I didn't, or if I did and I didn't work long. My mistake was returning to work before I was ready to handle it. I don't know, my GAD was so freaking bad. I shouldn't be going through this. And then I wrote stuff for my doctor, telling him about, because, you know, when you get to an appointment and you just totally don't, you're too messed up to, look how messed. I hate doing this, guys. I had a really tough 20s. Some great times. It's not like I didn't try to have a life, or try to work, or try to follow passions. It's just Journal 16, October 31st, 2002 to Thursday, March 6th, 2003. And then it's all, you know, writing. I document, you know, one good thing about being a journaler and diarist, if you're going through anything, you have the documentation. I have so much documentation about what I went through physically, with the factory, with everything, that I could do a book about the whole thing. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just looking at this. Oh, admittance. Yeah, let's not. Let's put that down. And this one is the same. I have a few times where this happened, where they were matching. Just one would be this, and one would be this. I do like, recently, lilacs were blooming, so look at me. Thursday, March 6, 2003 to January 15, 2004. And then I got a photo booth. So, stuff, look how small. Like, I was really cramming my words. Look at that. Look at that. I think I did that for pretty much the whole journal. And then I got bigger with it. But Greyhound again. Greyhound again. Oh, and then things get real interesting. I have no idea who some of these people's names are. I'm just gonna, like, move along. I think I was... Yeah, I made a mess of everything. Yeah, well, life is like that. You make messes. Messes make you. This is 18. July 27th, 2004 to November 4th, 2004. And I was 26 years old. So this is 10 years ago. And that relationship is done. And does the address say, have I moved yet? No, I haven't. I'm still stuck. Trapped. And my weight and everything is... Get over so-and-so. The relationship is over. It is an unhealthy situation. Take care of myself. Respond to stamina. Blah, blah, blah. This is the only other, aside from earlier in the video, this is the only other diary journal that I never completed. And I got this far in it. And things were so toxic in my life between work and the destruction of that long-term relationship that I eventually had to stop this horrible... There was some mind games being played. It's changing Yahoo profiles. He would update it every few minutes, or his AOL one, and just like directed messages at me, or stuff about his new girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. It's just really messing with me. And eventually I had to, and I was like buying right in. I had to do this to protect myself. I think some people would understand. So moving on. This is Journal 20 and Carpe Diem. Rejoice while you are alive. Enjoy the day. Live life to the fullest. Make the most of what you have. It is later than you think. Horace. And I was able to relocate to my hometown. I was supposed to get retraining. And I did finish my high school. Then of course, I was cut off of compensation eventually. And it all had to start that's when the appeals process started. So even though the injury started in 98, it went on and on forever. But this was a positive start. January 1st, 2006, January 29th, 2008, I'd already been living here. And look at this small writing still. Right? Look at that. That's just ridiculous. But I did it. And I was just filling this massive thing up. And I was gaining some confidence. And I was really trying. And then I started going to Toronto. I started dating somebody. This art from one of my favorite musicians at the time. Hospital music came out at a time where I was doing school, and that was my first concert with the artist that I really liked. And then I did stuff like this, you know. I did like collages of speaking of Steve Peters, I think he was mayor at the time. I don't know. I wrote a lot. And, I was doing what I could. And things I'm looking forward to. Going to Massey Hall with, seeing Romeo Dallaire. Got to do that. Possibility of moving to Toronto. Resolution regarding WSIB and related health claims. Allowing myself to express creativity through writing, photography, etc. Resolution regarding WSIB. This was in 2008 where I'm writing about that. Like I said, wouldn't come till 2013. So, a lot can happen in that amount of time, you know? So, I've put part of the collection back up. These were some of my favorite for writing in, but they fall apart like crazy. They didn't hold, but they were really good to write in and made me really like pocket-sized, not really pocket, but the small size. So, journal number 21. Friday, February 29th, 2008 to Sunday, 30th of November, 2008. And I moved from in St. Thomas, Pearl Street to Richmond Street West to a couch. But I wrote everything and I pasted stuff in. I wrote lots. I had so much going on. I really, I had some good times. I'm trying to see, who is that? Sign that. I don't even know. Maybe it was Matthew Good, I don't know. And then, you know what? It was an interesting time. I wrote very explicitly, and I wrote in detail, and I kept text messages. Like, I copied them out word for word for some things. I wrote about everything that I could. This was... He misses me? Really? After somebody makes you homeless, they should not tell you that they miss you. Oh, and if you're smart, you will, like, be like, that's nice. Moving on. Oh, so, lots of stuff here going on. I was working at the CN Tower for a company that was within the CN Tower, so not directly for the CN Tower, though I had an interview, but the interview day was on the same day as me becoming homeless, so, and I didn't change it because I felt some sort of, like, gratitude in to just have a job, and I don't know, it was tough. You can't. Choices. Journal number 22. Monday, December 15th, 2008. Friday, March 13th to 2009. And this means that it went from the time period that I was on the couch for a few months to my own apartment and living in my apartment for quite a bit. Which is awesome because I did really well. Oh my gosh, I forgot I had this picture. Here's the thing from a date when I was secretly dating the ex that made me homeless. And here's from somebody that was really nice that I was seeing before I stupidly went back to the ex. And then it didn't work out. It's okay though. You make stupid decisions all your life. Like for one of my early journal entries where I'm going to be smarter and not make so many mistakes. It's all about mistakes. Choices. But yeah, I liked writing in these because I could write in them so easily. Look at this. I can't. I'm getting itchy. I can't, like, look at all these. March 9th, 2009. I was working on the glass floor in the CN Tower. I hope I get the WCB decision soon, and I hope it is resolved in my favor. Please, oh please. How much longer are they going to make me suffer? Wait. Will they tell me this week or next week? Nope. They're gonna tell you in 2013. After you've moved away from Toronto. And then there's a whole bunch of personal stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to not do that. To not share with you guys all that stuff because things I hope for: healed heart and claim resolved. Well, the claim did get resolved. But if you're wanting a healed heart, honey, that just doesn't happen. You just keep going. You just keep going. Courage. Couldn't come at worse. We are the hero of our own story. Journal 23, March 18th, 2009, July 7th, 2009. The greatest thing is I was living in the beaches in Toronto, and I was so happy. And this is me holding that very journal. These aren't in my mostly self-portraits on Flickr, because I document everything online now, right? But these photos aren't in there. These are only in my paper journals. I was really happy with those photo booth pictures. Day I lost him again. 1st of May. Yeah, well, whatever. He lost you. I wrote a lot. This one had quotes in it. But I wrote a lot. But it's like, I'm a mess. There's no, like... there's no... It's just a mess as far as writing and... Oh, I kept trying to write my friend, my postcard friend, and it just wasn't key. To-do list: get a job, take care of myself, keep going, never lose hope, learn to love yourself. Learn to love myself, yeah, that's gonna happen one day. Sorry. Real. Journal 23. Journal 24. I went back to this type. Wednesday, July 8th, 2009. Sunday, October 31st, 2009. Oh, I got neater again. But, yeah, I was neater. But I'm very detailed. I'm very detailed. And I don't know what happened here, but all the ink must have got wet. Some more photo booth photos. Zoo story. I saw that in the park. Dream but don't sleep. Yeah, a lot's going on. But I'm glad I got to live in Toronto. So, I'm glad I learned a lot. I'm glad I met a lot of people, and I'm glad that I have no idea what happened to this journal, though. That my claim will be resolved soon and in my favor. I kept writing that for so many years.